there, Ty Lomar here, fitness specialist with the Renard Center, and today we're going to be talking about stretching. So it's that time of year when people are getting ready for races, short distance, long distance, whatever it is. You've got your training programs, which is great, but we want to make sure that we incorporate stretching. Stretching not only is going to help prevent some injuries, but it could also help speed up your time. So it's something that we really want to focus on to make sure that we do well, right, and not get hurt doing it. So what we recommend is not stretching cold muscles, but instead stretching after your workout. So post-run, post-workout, whatever it might be. With that being said, a lot of people do like to stretch beforehand if they're going to be doing speed work. So if that's something that you're going to be doing, we still recommend a warm-up, so maybe a 10-minute jog, walk, whatever it is, some light stretching. So only holding those stretches for about 10 to 15 seconds, nothing forced, nothing ballistic. If you're doing your stretches post-workout, we're going to recommend holding them for about 30 seconds. So a longer stretch, still nothing forced, no bouncing, just a nice static stretch. So the first stretch that we're going to be going through is for your hamstrings. So we're going to do a seated hamstring stretch. So in order to do so, you're going to extend one leg, other leg's nice and close, and you're hinging from your hips. So we don't want to pull and tug in order to reach for that foot. So instead, just reach where you're comfortable. So if you're comfortable here, you're feeling that stretch in the back of your leg, that's fine. Stop there. Hold that for 30 seconds. If not, if you can reach all the way to your foot, get a nice stretch in the calf and the hamstring, totally fine. So you want to hold that, like I said, for about 30 seconds. Switch, do the other leg, same thing, and you're going to repeat that a couple times to get a nice stretch in the back of your leg. Moving on, we're going to go into a glute stretch. So I'm going to put one foot on my opposite knee, and I'm just going to sit up nice and tall, pull that leg in towards my body. So while I'm doing that, I should feel a nice stretch in the outside of my hip into my glutes. So again, holding this stretch for a good 30 seconds, switching and repeating it, same thing on the other side. So we've got hamstrings and glutes, we're gonna move into our hip flexors. Okay, so we're gonna move into a hip flexor stretch. So from this position, I'm gonna bring one foot forward, and as I do that, I'm gonna drop my weight towards my lead leg, towards my front leg. So I want to get a nice stretch in the front of my hip here. So again, holding that 30 seconds. When you're done, you're going to switch, do the same thing on the other leg, and repeat a couple times. Get a nice stretch in that hip flexor. From there, we're actually going to stand on up, and we're going to get a stretch in our IT band. Okay, so for our IT band stretch, you can see I've crossed one foot in front of the other. The foot that is in back, that's the side that I'm gonna lean and I'm gonna reach to. So I'm really gonna stretch, make my body as long as I can, stretch through that IT band, also through your side a little bit. When you get those 30 seconds, you're gonna switch. So uncross your feet, bring the other foot in front, and again, I'm just gonna reach and stretch towards my foot that's in the back. Okay, so that's our IT band. Now we wanna move and we wanna get a nice quad stretch. So we're gonna plant one foot, and I'm gonna grab my opposite behind. Now I wanna make sure I push those knees down, so I'm gonna push my knee down, keep it nice and close so that my legs are together, and get a nice stretch in the front of my leg. So again, holding that for about 30 seconds, switching feet, doing it on the other side. Okay, so that's quads. We're gonna get a nice calf stretch. So in order to do so, you're just gonna take one foot back and try to push that heel, drive that heel towards the ground. Just a nice, easy stretch. I'm keeping everything nice and neutral. When I'm done, I'm gonna pick that foot up, switch, and push through the other side. So again, just nice, easy stretches. You wanna make sure that nothing is forced, nothing's ballistic, no bouncing. Hold it for those good 30 seconds. Repeat on each side, repeat it a couple times, whatever you need to do. Make sure your muscles are nice and warmed up before you do so. We don't want any pulled muscles, any injuries. Good luck, and let us know if you have any questions.